Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Empyrean Galactic Survival with your host, Akiva. Now, as usual on these insight and analysis videos, I will be reading the workshop descriptions on these and naming the author and linking the workshop items below in order. So, let's go ahead and get started. So, over here we have a good look there. We have the Paladin Heavy Corvette for vanilla, made by Tron Triolus. Triolus? I don't know, I'm probably butchering the name, but there will be a link in the description with the name and the link. Anyways, this is a T4 36k shield. Combat Seal, size class 3, combat Corvette, made from vanilla. Has advanced constructor, 2 320k ammo controllers, 1 320k harvest controller, full medical. And there is a note from the author that this is made for servers and games with block limits off. So, not for official servers or servers that run with block limits like turret limits and things like that. Good on the author for pointing that out. I probably would have overlooked that. Now, it's got a lot of guns. See the stats, full details and loadout. As always, you can reconfigure the loadout to taste. Yes, indeed you can. I had a request to convert the Paladin Heavy Corvette frigate that I built for Reforged Eden into vanilla. That was a few months ago. Finally, I got around to it. Enjoy. From the author. And then there's a link to the original Reforged Eden version in the workshop description. So this one caught my eye, to say the least, because of, well, hold on. Let me check something. Yes, it's by the same author. The original one is by the same author. Okay, good. That could have been a mistake on my part. This is why I read the descriptions. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at it. So, I was looking at this thing, and I was looking at the nose here, and it's made out of Xeno steel. And that definitely caught my attention, along with the coloring, the texturing, and just how fleshed out it was. The build style was. Now, this thing reminds me of some other builds on the workshop, the Shiva, for example, and it might have taken some inspiration for that. I don't know. But the reason it caught my eye is just how much time was taken into contrast texturing. And shaping, and that just caught my eye, as well as the back end here where you have the thrusters behind the center of mass. Now I'm gonna go ahead and open up the debug menu and show you what I mean. So let's go ahead and do that, and then selection off. Just make sure this thing understands what I'm doing. As you can see, the center of mass is that blue dot right there, and all of the thrusters, side to side, up, down, forward, and back, are all behind that, which is going to increase its maneuverability. Now, I appreciate a builder that keeps that in mind, because that will help. Now, there are some thrusters up here, and I believe those are just decoys. Yes, they are. They're intended as decoys, not actually to add the maneuvering as much as you'd think. Now, on the internals here, there are some empty spaces. And yes, because it is a vanilla build, there are some RCSs in this. The interior layout, you have a little bit of RP, you have all your stuff here. On one side, got some LCD work done here, very nice. But you have your important things encased in glass and chain reaction resistant, which I I really like, and I like how he used the glass to actually show what's in there. Now, in the back, there's also glass to cover these things, and that is just, I like that. Anyways, that is going to be what I review for this one, because yes, I've already stated what I like about this build, and I really like the design on this. Now, I'm not going to go fully through this because, well, I mean, I already have. What am I talking about? There's an entrance there. There was another thing that I forgot about, and that was the fact that you have access to all the components, and I like that, as well as this thing is not a rat run. It's a very smart build all the way around. I mean, it has a little bit of RP, which, my personal taste, I don't do a lot of RP, but I do some like this, and, well, my taste is not for everyone. Anyways, good job there. I really like this build, and I may take some design inspirations from this in the future. Now, next we have the... Let me look at my notes here. Oh, I didn't set that up properly. My bad. That one goes down at the end. Next we have the Ozat Survival Armored version 2. Unlock level 10 starter ship. Now, that's it for the workshop description on this. And you might think, well, Kiba, why do you do something that doesn't have much of a workshop description? Isn't that the whole thing? Well, no. The point of these videos is to show off builders, and builders that are underappreciated, and show understanding of the game in certain areas, and deserve encouragement. That's the whole point of this. And what caught my eye was these turrets back here. Now, why would you put turrets this way? Why would you put them out here, other than some of the obvious reasons to do so? Well, when the turrets get targeted by NPCs, they're out on these outriggers, so they're not hitting other things. And the way they're set up here, they're designed to aim towards targets, and to so that they're not blocking each other. So they're designed to aim what's at in front of you, so that they're always looking at the target in front of them, no matter how far away you are from the target. And that caught my attention because I've seen that before. Now, on the internals here, there is an SV bay, SVHV bay. There are generators here, and if they go, well, I don't think they're going to chain react anything. Now, it's very, very sparse in here. The actual cockpit is here. The nose is just armor tank. It's just a bunch of armor. You've got room for the crop plots. Very, very simple. And you've got your landing entry here. Now, this person has not taken any time to do any signal logic, and please ignore that CPU. It's in Reforge right now. It's fine in vanilla. I already checked. Core's over here. Very, very sparse interior. Meant to be a starter ship and do a little bit of combat if you need to do combat. Great work, and keep up the good work and keep on learning, as I would expect this author to do. Now, this is again by Ozat, and it is named the Ozat Survival Armored version 2. Now, I have chosen a brick for this video. Yes, well, it's not necessarily a brick, but if you play this game, you understand what I mean. And you might be thinking, why'd you choose a brick? Well, because it's actually it's more than meets the eye. So this thing is a mining CB, an ice miner for Reforged, and I was looking at this on the workshop, and I'm just like, oh, these fins for the turrets caught my attention, and then I also saw that the thrusters are out here back behind the center of mass again too. Now that caught my attention, and I should probably say the name of this thing. This is Johnny the Walrus by Walking Dog. Sorry, I forgot to do that at the very beginning of the intro here. Again, that is Johnny the Walrus by author Joaquin the Dog. Just grinning here with a broad grin here, just as I say that. Anyways, this thing is very blue. It's got a lot of blue lights. And I have a feeling it's themed around the asteroid mine. Now, it also has these, which I should probably get my tool out. Positrons. Manual fire positron beam cannons. And what also caught my attention is just the simple loadout for this thing. It's very utilitarian, meant to do the job. Great work. Sometimes simplicity is its own form of elegance. So let's go ahead and take a look at the internals. Now this thing, very, very Spartan. Entries, both sides. And then, where was the, here it is. This goes down into the main area, which is very, very blue. And yes, my eyes are bleeding a little bit here. It's a little bit too blue, okay? And then it's just, a whole bunch of stuff. Now, a couple of things that worry me about this is, everything's going to go boom if the internals get, well, punctured. And considering that this is an ice miner, I don't think that's going to be a problem because it's just meant to be an ice miner. And it's very, very simple. Anyways, you got your detector here, you got advanced constructor here, you've got your decon to process the ice, and another decon to process the ice, and then you got your storage here. Very, very simple. And you got your CPU and warp back here. Again, don't put your warp drive next to the CPU components. It doesn't provide for a good time. But again, this is an ice miner, so I won't be too hard on the author for that. Excuse me, on the creator for that. Anyways, very nice build, and it definitely caught my attention in a good way. Now, next we have the Raven X327 version 2.0 by, let me enlarge the name, Rista Alderon. Rist Alderon. I'm probably butchering the name, and I apologize. Now, this has no workshop description, just like the last one, and that's fine. A few things can be inferred here. This is vanilla, to say the least. This is vanilla build, and it does not comply with turret limits, device limits or turret limits, because of the because of the sheer amount of artillery there and the artillery turrets. I mean, excuse me, rocket launchers there and artillery turrets. Now, this thing definitely caught my eye, and yes, it's made for vanilla. This thing has, again, thrusters in the back. You've got these wings, which are, might I say, great job on this. I like the use of shapes and the blending and how you got these wings to blend up like this. Very good work. Apparently, anyways, I have a feeling they didn't know how to blend the shape there, you know, to keep a sort of a slope to go there. Now, if you're in the audience, author of this creation, Rist Alderon, I believe that's the name. I believe that's how you say the name. Excuse me. Just contact me, and I can help you with this. I can show you how to blend that shape for the wing there, if you so choose. Just visit me in Discord, and I'll show you. It's not a problem. Now, this thing, I love blue glowies. I love the amount of detail that is. It seems very, very simple the way this is built, but he actually puts a lot of detail into this because there's like use of deco devices. He takes time to figure out what textures work and how to separate them there. And there's some colors. There's some really, really nice shaping there. that adds texture depth, and just great job. And I also appreciate that this thing is not a rat run. Layout is very, very smart. You've got your hydroponics. It looks like a jack of all trades ship. But you've also got on the front here a asteroid or a combat bridge, a sniping bridge. Excuse me, that's what I was thinking about. And just great work. Anyways, last thing on the list is the Wolfcar Mark 1. Now, again, something without a workshop description. I'm just double checking to make sure the other stuff didn't have workshop no, Paladin was the only one with workshop description. Okay, so this is the Wolfcar Mark 1 by Lavro. Now, this thing caught my attention because of just the use of shapes and just the green on the black and the texture choices here. It caught my attention. So, well, I'm not a big fan of green and using green, but it is used very well here as just a basic accent color, and then taking time to color the thrusters and then create these little wings here. Great work. This definitely caught my attention. Now, this is made for vanilla from what I can see with the internals and the devices, and very, very cool. It's got that sort of how do I say this? It's got that space racer vibe. You know, it's like, yeah, it's like space racer sports car vibe, and it's just very maneuverable little thing, and I can just tell that by the thrusters. Now, reverse stopping might be a little bit of a pain, but you can just run into an asteroid. This isn't Space Engineers, guys. You don't immediately obliterate your ship by running into an asteroid. Heck, it's a perfectly viable way to stop quickly is running into things. It's the Empyrean universe. It's not it's not real physics universe, guys. Come on. Anyways, enough of that little rant. So on the internals, I do have some concerns about it being a chain reaction bomb, but yeah, you got everything here. But as long as you're careful and you back out and don't take it up against anything it's not really designed to take on, you should be completely fine. I mean, it's yeah, yeah, that's not gonna be too big of a problem. Now this thing does look to be like a traveling SV, you know, like one where you go down to the planet and scout and you go take on POIs, and this is your like little support yacht, little captain's yacht that you take down there. That's what this appears to be. And since there's no workshop description, I have to make inferences based on the build itself. But yes, I am very, very impressed by this. The block shaping is actually pretty top-notch. Even the texturing itself is pretty impressive. Like, use of this texture, I can't stand using this texture, but the Lavro, you did it in a way that I would not have thought to use. Or not have thought to do. Now, there is something on the internals I want to work. Oh, right. Okay, I didn't realize that until I looked at it. You get in here, and then you can just go up to the cockpit by just looking up and pressing on the cockpit from below. That's pretty cool. Alright, that is it for today's Insights and Analysis series. Now, this is episode 3 or 4? I don't know. I believe it's... No, this... I don't remember. It'll be in the comments. Anyways, make sure to give these guys a thumbs up and a comment on the workshop if you like what you see here. Visit their workshop, say hi, tell them what you like about the builds, and I will see you guys next time. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and remember to be kind to your fellow humans. Thank you for watching. Banshee out.